Clausen breaks out across the Giants line. Centering pass in front. Liam Pugh bouncing puck. Takes a whack at it, and that one's blocked in front of the Giants net. Off the side of the goal, they score! Cohen Clausen stays hot. And a breakaway for the Giants on a turnover. Here's Cameron Schmidt all alone, and what a save, Marek Schlenker! How do you do? As one of the top goal scorers last season, Cameron Schmidt is robbed. Here's Cooper through center, and he gets checked in open ice. What a hit by Deschamps for Regina.
Second big open ice hit of the period for Deschamps.
Julian Mays, good pocket pick. Left wing side, he's got the puck now. On the interception, Mays to the slot. Backhander! Score! Team leading, fourth for the season for Julian Mays. Here's Maddox Schultz at the blue line. He will fire it on net. Lancer gets tied up in front. It's stuck in the crease area. Lancer score! Lancer to his third of the season as he finds the puck underneath the body and snipes it into the back of the net. Now loose puck in the slot for Regina. Mays backhands it across. It's loose. Scores! Third of the season for Brownie.
Welcome to Patscast, the unofficial Regina Pats podcast. It's episode 211. It's Thanksgiving Monday, October 13th. How are we doing tonight, this long weekend evening, Kevin?
Not bad. The Pats, Saturday, did okay today, but couldn't get the 2 points. Got a point out of it at least, but it'll come, hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope.
It's kind of like the weather. One good day, one good game, one bad day, one bad game.
That was a crazy change in weather.
I know, 25 to
just like the
snow.
Yes, just like the crazy change from Saturday to today.
Yeah,
with the Pats.
Yeah, that was an interesting weekend for the Pats. Interesting weather weekend. But yeah, I obviously wasn't able to make either game, unfortunately, this weekend. But I watched the Saturday game on Sunday after the Blue Jays game, and it kind of mirrored that game. You know, the Blue Jays get a home run on their first pitch of the game, and they go on to finish the rest of the game with one hit the rest of the game. And it's kind of like the Pats on Saturday night. They score a goal, less than a minute in there.
54 seconds.
54 seconds, and then they literally had nothing else for the rest of the game. It was kind of an ugly game.
It was something. It was something, all right.
I didn't even listen to any comments after the game. I don't know. It was just, it was like I knew the outcome of the game, and I know you'd said to me, "This isn't the best game," but I watched it all, and I kind of lost some interest later in that game, obviously knowing the outcome of it, but. Yeah, I don't know. I know that maybe that goal that got taken away on the power play. I don't even know if they scored that, would that have given them some more momentum? I don't know.
But wouldn't it I think they would have tied it at 2.
Yeah,
at that point in time. So maybe they would have got a little momentum and got more than 5 shots in the third period, more than 2 shots in the whole second period. I don't know.
Because that would have been.
Man.
Just after the halfway mark of the second period, that would have made it 2-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't to have 2 shots in that whole period. Ooh, jeez.
It was tough watching. I'm supposed to watch in order to give my thoughts, but as the game was going, I was working on some spreadsheets on my computer, doing some historical stuff, and I just couldn't. I couldn't watch it. It was not good. And when you have Dale Durkach sitting upstairs in the Pats room or the Pats area box or whatever you want to call it, and he's got a cold and he has no voice, and I can hear him hollering "shoot" multiple times during the game, it's there's something wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that power play where they did quote unquote score. Like that was one of the best power plays I've seen all year, and
It was good. They were moving it around
Yeah.
really good too.
and then I mean it was a clean game. There was only 2 penalties until late. Vancouver took a couple late in the third,
Yep.
but kind of by that point they were already down 3-1, and the power plays didn't look that good. And yeah,
That was such a rough game. Like, man, and like Hood is a good goalie for Vancouver, but man, if they would have got some shots on him, I think he would have been beatable because he seemed to be not interested or whatever because
yeah, when
he faced 12 shots
you don't get that much action. It's kind of
and like they weren't even
sometimes
really
it's-
even directing the puck at the net. Like
yeah.
Vancouver really didn't have to block many shots. It was rough,
Mhm.
very rough.
I think Mays hit a crossbar in that game too.
Hit the post, yeah.
Hit the post, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that was earlier in the game as well, and I don't know, but yeah, like I said, it was a rough watch. Don't know what to say about that one. That's for sure.
And the rink was quiet until the only time there was noise was when they had the noise meter up there, and
Yeah,
that's
a few kids
other than
start
that,
screaming.
it was quiet.
Yeah, I know. Being the long weekend, other things going on, nice out, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was a tough ask for some people that weekend.
But the
Literally,
noise, even like there was no
Yeah.
noise. There really wasn't much to get excited about on Saturday.
No, for sure.
12 shots in a full game is not anything to get excited about.
That's got to be one of the lowest totals in a long time.
It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Not much to say about that. Kind of just whatever it is, I guess. And I mean, it seems like they turned it around on Monday here against Kamloops. Like they kind of got the message. They had 10 shots in that first period.
It was a night and day between the two games. It was almost like two different teams playing. But
Yeah.
back to Saturday for 1 sec.
Yeah.
Got to give props to Schlenker. Like he made
Yeah.
some unbelievable saves. Got second star, 28 saves on 31 shots. Like you can't blame him for any of the goals.
He held him in there for sure. Like there's a breakaway with Cameron Schmidt. Man, he made a nice save.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, he played real well. Yeah, that's a good point. He was about the only one that did show up for the game, eh?
Pretty much.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. On to this Monday game here, Kamloops. Yeah, sure, the Pats, don't get out of the period up a goal or even or anything. They give up the first goal, but I mean that period they played real well in that period. I thought they were the better team in that first period.
They had more chances in the first 10 minutes of that game than they had all of Saturday.
Yeah.
Like the whole Saturday. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like two different teams totally.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they get into penalty trouble at the end, and they get out of the first period not giving up a goal on the 5-on-3, and then you're like, okay, well, that was a minute, whatever, like 20, and you're thinking, okay, that's good. There's only a few seconds left, and unfortunately, it doesn't. The goal doesn't come on. The power play comes,
like 10 seconds after.
Yeah, the player
was like,
wasn't quite in the play, so it was technically a power play goal. But yeah, it was too bad. Yeah, just you take one penalty. What was the first penalty? Oh yeah, the Mayette holding. Kind of tackled the guy behind the net, and then Bridgman flips it out of the glass.
tackled.
Yeah, then Bridgman flips it over the glass right away, so it's like a full 2 minutes.
That's tough. That was tough.
Yeah,
but they killed it, and then
I know, right? Like almost got out of it, but too bad.
So close.
Hey, but that didn't deter them. I mean, the second period maybe wasn't as dominated by the Pats, but you pick up a goal right after. So yeah, I missed those first 2 goals. I was busy trying to get some stuff done during intermission at home, and I come back 3 minutes into the period, and it's 2-1. I was like, oh, geez, I missed 2 goals. But yeah, Mays just like that was this backhander one. Just kind of sometimes those backhanders are hard to read for goalies, and
yeah,
he made a nice play on that and put it far, going back the other way, far post and in that side of the net. And yeah, that was a nice goal by Mays. He really stood out for the Pats tonight. He was easily the Pats' best player out there. Him and the aforementioned JP Hobart, we talked about him last week, and man, he stood out for Kamloops today as well, right?
Yeah, I didn't score any, but picked up 4 helpers.
Yeah.
Got an assist on every goal. 17 years old. Got an A on the jersey.
Yeah.
I was impressed with him. Like their top line is something to be feared, I think.
Yeah.
Lafreniere, Beam, and Hurlbert. That top line that killed the Pats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Keller, I guess, but
Keller's one as well. But
Keller's the
Beam
extra.
and Hurlbert.
Exactly.
Right? Like, so.
Well, with the goalie pull, they got all their guns out there. So
exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was an exciting game. Like it was night and day. Like you said, night and day. It was an exciting game. It was kind of end-to-end action. Like it was good. Like each team had over 30 shots, and
the Pats tripled their shot total from Saturday.
Yeah.
Like if they would have played like that on Saturday, they probably would have won.
Yeah, would
have at least
good chance to
had
win,
a chance.
Right?
Yeah,
for sure. And like the power plays, 5 for Kamloops, 3 for Regina, so it was pretty even there. And unfortunately, the Pats couldn't capitalize on any power plays again. Faceoffs were even. They were exactly even against Vancouver, so not that mattered in that game, but so
the Pats dominated the faceoffs in the third period.
Did they? Okay.
Like they for the first and second period, it was all Kamloops.
Okay.
At one point in time, it was 19-7 for Kamloops, and they ended up it was like 3 different. What was it? 32-29.
Yeah.
So like they turned it around in the third period, and Maddox Schultz went to 14 of 17, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is, especially for him, right? The young guy, and he was out there. He played a lot. I noticed him out there, especially defensively. Like there was one play he was right in front of the net, being where the center should be, and picked up a loose puck and stuff, and just getting in our harm's way, and just those little things just makes him just such a complete player. And like I said, 14 of 17 of the draws, that's pretty impressive, actually.
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
So I don't know, it was just, I think, so we mentioned Schlenker on Saturday is the standout kind of player for the Pats, but it was kind of the visiting goalie today, Edmundston, man, he made some very nice saves. There was half a dozen that probably should have been goals.
Yeah. One of my friends texted me and he's like, "Oh yeah, the Pats should have 6 goals by now." Halfway through the game. It's like, I agree, but it is what it is. The guy got in the way like he's supposed to. Yeah,
there was one he went cross crease, like they had a pass right through the slot. I think it was on a power play, and he made an unbelievable save. So that's too bad. You actually have a good game, and then you just run into a hot goalie.
But hey, they got the lead late. Well, midway through the third.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite hang on.
Yeah.
Kamloops tied it. Their firepower their firepower was just a teeny bit too much, and then a power play in overtime. 4-on-3 in overtime. That's like pretty much an automatic in most cases, especially for a team like this that has like the firepower they do.
Yeah, they went 4 forwards on that power play there.
Yeah.
So, actually, look at Edmundston got an assist on that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he got an assist too. Got an assist on the winner.
That, yeah, Robert dropped it to Lafreniere, and he just walked in the slot and just wired it. Yeah, no, that's a nice goal. But the penalty, I mean, the penalty was a penalty on my end.
Yeah.
He took another one, unfortunately. He's kind of been racking up the PIMs this year, but just before that, Mays took like a butt end / punch to the face, and he went down.
Whatever it was, he went down. But
and probably should have been a penalty. Like, I'm not. It's kind of tough to see that one go uncalled, and then
got the Pats color glasses on a little bit, and I think it should have been a penalty too. But it is what it is.
And Mayette's is a penalty too. Like, I'm not arguing that.
Oh, that's 100% a penalty.
Yeah. So I think they both should have been called. You can't let one go and call the other one almost right. But
Exactly. Yeah.
That's just tough luck, right? To kind of miss a call there, and then the Pats unfortunately take a penalty right after it, and then cost them. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, just came up a little short today after a good effort. Like I was impressed by this game, especially coming off a stinker like Saturday night.
Oh yeah, that they couldn't be any worse than Saturdays.
Yeah, right. So
And Kelton Pine got the start.
yeah,
Kind of not a surprise, but kind of a surprise. Like he'd been backing up the last couple games and got in there and he played well. Like
yeah, for not
other than the
playing.
first goal, that was
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was
a little
yeah,
bit not on him specifically, but it was just not a good play defensively.
yeah,
But he turned it around. He made some big saves when he needed to, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the goalie situation. They have three. They have Pine backing up the last couple of games. They have Schlenker 19 backing up today, and they got Tabby sitting in the stands. They got to figure out what they're doing there. Like hopefully this week, hopefully they get it all figured out.
yeah, for sure. And I mean that overage deadline is coming up. You said probably on the 16th. You
I
think?
think someone posted
Yeah.
the 16th
I haven't seen anything.
because it was the 10th, and then they changed it last year, 2 years ago,
Okay.
and I think it
Yeah.
kind of stuck.
10th was ringing a bell, but yeah, okay. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. And 20-year-old goalies aren't in vogue in this league, so I don't know. I don't.
But
think
there's
really,
teams that are short on 20s, like Kelowna. They're down 2 20s. So
yeah, I think they're kind of holding out. They're the Memorial Cup hosts, right? So they're kind of maybe they'll have an open spot later in the year. Maybe a guy can come back from pro. Maybe they can suck somebody out, back.
but still, like that's two spots that are open. That
No, yeah,
there's
I know.
no 20s around good enough to play. Like
I don't know. Well, and like I was just
half
gonna
of them
say,
went to the NCAA this year.
well,
So
yeah, there's a lot of 20s that went right.
yeah,
So
everybody went early.
and so I mean, I don't think there's any market for Pine. There's the 20-year-old goalie in the WHL doesn't seem to be in vogue anymore. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they can trade him to London or something. I don't know.
Trade. Can't trade.
Just straight trade to London. So, but yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what happens. And like you said, there isn't enough spots for the guys there are, so there isn't going to be much movement. But the only guy I seen come back was Justice Christensen for BA, and then they were able to move Lodwick to Calgary, right? So
Yeah.
and they might still even have an open 20. I'm not 100% sure there. But yeah, because they just released a goalie, a 19-year-old goalie as well. So, or traded him. What happened there?
Calgary. Yeah. Calgary.
Yeah,
Yeah, they traded him to Everett.
Everett. Right. Yeah, that's what happened.
Miller.
Yeah, Anders Miller. So, yeah, be interesting to see what happens here. Not much might shake out at this 20-year-old deadline where usually there is.
Yeah, every team's got like three or four
Yeah.
extras in some cases for
Yeah,
some
yeah,
teams, but
So,
not this year.
No, not at all. So, be interesting to see what happens here. So, but yeah,
The Pats have to figure what they're going to do with their goalies. They can't have Tabby sitting in
and
the
I think
stands. He needs to play.
it's coming. It's probably coming up here soon, right? It's gotta anyways, right? So, see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, wherever or whatever shakes out, they need to get Tabby in there.
Yeah,
He's going to play because
Yeah.
he's going to probably be starter next year
yeah,
if they trust him or whatever. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what their plans are, but he needs to get some game action to be prepared for next year because
Yeah.
you can't have him sitting in the stands watching.
no, and I think they're just trying to figure it out between these two, between Schlenker and Pine here, figure that out, and then whatever one will move on, and then Tabby will be back in, right? So, I think that's what I'd assume. Can't say for sure,
That's what we're assuming, but we don't know.
but yeah, exactly.
Don't know until it actually shakes out.
Yeah, and I mean they brought in Schlenker for some competition, and there's nothing wrong with that, right?
And Schlenker's played well. Pine
Yeah.
played well today. Tabby's played well.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a
Can't
tough
complain about
decision.
the
Yeah,
goaltending too much this year.
no,
It's just the rest of everything else.
yeah, right. You look at how good Pine was at the start of last year, right? He held the team in games, right? They lost a lot, but it wasn't because of Pine, right? It was
Exactly.
team defense, team, kind of.
And if you think back of this season, if there's a few unlucky bounces, some turnovers, penalty trouble, like this team could be, instead of being 1-5-1, they could have like 3 wins.
Yeah, they're not
Or
getting
maybe
blown out in any of these games. Like,
no, they haven't been dominated at all, really,
like
other than the Vancouver
yeah,
embarrassment.
yeah.
But
It's not
they only
even like
allowed
they were
4.
dominated.
So
It was just
yeah,
they didn't play well. Like,
yeah,
we were kind of worried about the Edmonton game, and then they went down in that game, but they sure battled back. Like,
oh yeah,
it's
they
not
played
like
a good game
Edmonton
that
run them
night.
out of the building.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, no, I know it's just too bad. Just this team's struggling again this year, which is not too surprising, but it's just tough to see again, right? Like,
I mean, if they can play like they had against Edmonton and PA, Edmonton Swift Current, and today's game, they should be fine.
Yeah.
But if they have stinkers like they did against Vancouver,
Yeah.
we could be in trouble again, like even more trouble.
Yeah, and like you got PA coming up, you're going to PA, so that's always a tough situation going into that small barn, and then you got Brandon coming here, a team that's
Going to be hungry.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the standings with Regina at 1-5-1 as well,
which is a shock.
Yes,
to a lot of people, I think, myself included. But it is only they've only played 7 or 8 games,
7
so
as well. Yeah.
So there's still lots of hockey left, but
yeah.
I'm surprised they're so far down.
They're giving up a lot of goals. 39 goals they've given up in 7 games, and
it's 10 more than the Pats.
10 more than the Pats, which we're watching this team and we're like, oh, we're giving up goals. Well, could be Brandon.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, they've scored 6 more, but they've given up 10 more. So
yeah.
But yeah, no. So hopefully they can find something this weekend. PA, like I said, is going to be a tough ask to go into PA and get a win, or maybe they can squeak out a point or something.
But if they play like they did today on Friday, they could hang in there easily.
Yeah.
As long as they can shut down Christensen and whatever, like their couple forwards, that they can shut down the power play and shut down Christensen, they have a chance. Gotta score some goals. They don't have Hildebrand anymore.
No, but they've only given up 16 goals in 7 games, so that's much.
It's time for a game for them to get a few goals against.
Yeah. They haven't lost in regulation either.
No,
they're only one of 2 teams. Everett's the other one that hasn't lost in regulation. So, yeah, that's they're looking pretty good.
They got two pretty good goaltenders too.
So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a tougher weekend. I mean, every weekend's gonna be tough when you're at the bottom of the standings, right? So,
until they can turn it around and get going, then we'll see, right?
Yeah. So. And then, the week after, then Lethbridge is in town, and then you're off to Alberta, first little Alberta road trip next weekend. So those are always tough ones too, right? Red Deer, Edmonton. So
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what else you got this week. Not much. I didn't see really much. We kind of talked about the 2 kind of big moves, league-wide stuff. I don't know what else
it's been pretty quiet. I think a lot of teams are kind of hoping guys come back from pro. Like you got Kindle, you got Brunick, and you got guys like that are doing well in the NHL. So, Finney is playing in Detroit.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if they're waiting for those guys to come back.
Yeah, like there's
hoping for those guys to come back before moves get made, because it's been pretty quiet. There hasn't been much for moves at all in the league as of right now.
Yeah, nothing major, right? So
once they start happening, everything's gonna be like conditional picks because of the whole NCAA thing. Because no one seems to know what's going on with any player right now. All of a sudden, it's like guys are just changing their mind and going to school. Like
Yeah.
you think you're going to have them for 4 years or 3 years, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to go play in college
Yeah, they could be gone, not tomorrow, but
next
never
year.
know. Nothing's guaranteed, right? And there's also, not everybody, but a lot of people think, oh, guys are going to be leaving school, coming back here after Christmas. So does that actually happen? Teams aren't going to bank on that, but like, is that going to happen? See what happens there. Maybe a couple guys come back, and then teams get an asset back that they could use, or they can move to a contender kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting year already.
Yeah.
Like there's you got the American Hockey League teams where some teams have like 30 guys or 35 guys on the roster. It's like, what are they doing? So that trickles down all the way through.
Yeah, I think it was Hershey's. I seen Hershey's opening night roster, and it was like 20 forwards. Like I was like,
yeah.
Is there like a different? Do they have a different roster limit down there? Like
I don't know. I think it was. I saw Winnipeg's. It was 19 forwards, 9 defense. Not Winnipeg, the Moose.
Yeah.
It was 19 forwards, 9 defensemen, and 4 goalies. It's like,
okay,
how are these guys going to play?
Yeah, like does the ECHL team have any players left, or like they got like 10 guys?
Yeah, I don't know
what's waiting for 10 cuts.
What's going on, but
like, yeah, that was interesting. So, but yeah, there's all that trickle down effect. So see what happens. Still, like I said, still some guys assuming coming back. Not
or they're hoping come back.
Yeah, right. Not every one of those guys is gonna stick, but you never know.
Yeah, and with the whole school thing, who knows? If one does come back, may or may not come back. But if one does come back, it might set a whole domino effect into place.
Yeah, for sure. So,
but I don't think teams should hold their breath because
no,
it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to leave school when you're actually maybe getting some ice time or not, and you're trying to play for ice time. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting.
Yep, no, that's for sure. So, but yeah, I guess if that's all you got, no interview this week, unfortunately. Me not making the games. We didn't do an interview, and unfortunately, I missed Saturday's home game again. I missed 3 games in a row here, so.
Boo this man.
I know. Yeah, I'll take it. So no interview. We won't have an interview next week because there's only the one home game, but we'll get one hammered out on Wednesday, October 22nd, barring any unforeseen absences.
Yes.
We'll get one hopefully that night, and then we'll have one for you next show. So
hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers
hopefully.
Crossed.
Yeah, so. But yeah, so unless you got anything else, I think that's about all I've got. So
yeah, that's about it. I think.
Yeah, tough
No
week,
point in dragging it out any longer. Good to get a point. It was nice to get a point, but
yeah,
would have been nice to get 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3 would have been real nice, but not happening this week. So unfortunately,
nope.
But, oh well. Well, with that, we should get out of here. So. Well, maybe Kevin will see you at the rink. I won't, but have a good one, folks.
Take it easy.